Boo. 88.7 FM. Begin 12-month oil gas training for 300 Nigerians. Oyo Police Command arrests suspected armed robber, recovers stolen motorcycle. Wildfire destroys more than 100 homes in Norway. Trump fumes over Canadian wildfire smoke, issues tariff threat. Super Falcons friendly against Ghana called off. Now the details. The Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB. Good evening. Welcome to the news around the world on Agidigbo 88.7 FM Ibadan, the most listened to radio station. I am Olajumoke Oladunjoye. The headlines. NCDMB begin 12-month oil gas training for 300 Nigerians. Oyo Police Command arrests suspected armed robber, recovers stolen motorcycle. Wildfire destroys more than 100 homes in Norway. Trump fumes over Canadian wildfire smoke, issues tariff threat. Super Falcons friendly against Ghana called off. And now the details. The Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, in partnership with an energy company, has commenced a 12-month oil and gas field readiness training program for 300 young Nigerians to equip them with technical and professional skills for careers in the petroleum industry. The program, which targets graduates in mechanical, electrical, and instrumentation engineering, comprises 3 months of classroom instruction and 9 months of on-the-job training with partner oil and gas service companies. According to a statement made available to newsmen today and signed by the General Manager, Corporate Communications of the Board, Dr. Obinna Ezeobi, of the 300 participants selected through a competitive process, 240 will undergo training in Lagos, while 60 will be trained in Port Harcourt. Speaking at the program's inauguration, the Executive Secretary of the NCDMB, Mr. Felix Ogbe, said the initiative was in line with the board's mandate to build local capacity, deepen Nigerian participation in the oil and gas sector, and create employment opportunities. The Nigerian military has said its troops rescued more than 40 kidnapped victims and arrested over 20 suspected terrorists, collaborators, and other criminals during operations carried out across the country between July 10 and July 16. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Michael Onoja, disclosed this in a statement issued today in Abuja, where he said troops also killed several terrorists and disrupted criminal networks during the operations. According to Major General Onoja, the operations were carried out by troops under 7 different operation groups, working alongside other security agencies and local vigilantes, while praising them for their effort and professionalism. The Army boss urged Nigerians to continue supporting security agencies with useful information, saying operations would continue until peace and security are restored nationwide. Public speaking helps young people build confidence, improve their communication skills, and express their views on important issues to become active members of society. The grand finale of the Inter-Girls Secondary School Oratory Competition brought together students from 6 girls' secondary schools to speak on election and the role of the electorate, using the platform to educate people on the importance of voting and civic responsibility. Agidigbo FM News correspondent Rodiat Amzat was live at the competition. Here is the report.
Students from 6 girls' secondary schools gathered at Broadcasting House of Agidigbo FM for the grand finale of the Inter-Girls Secondary School Oratory Competition. Dressed in neatly ironed school uniforms, The young debaters were full of confidence as they prepared to speak on the topic election and the role of the electorate. The students spoke with confidence and shared their views on why elections are important. During the battle of words and wit, the debaters encouraged Nigerians who are eligible to vote to get their permanent voters card (PVCs). They said every citizen has a duty to take part in choosing good leaders through voting. The contestants also reminded the audience that the short time spent getting a voter's card can help prevent 4 years of poor leadership. The Speaker of Agidigbo FM People's Parliament, Comrade Segun Ogunbayi, announced the overall winner of the Inter-Girls Secondary School Oratory Competition. Speaking with Agidigbo 88.7 FM, the first runner-up expressed her joy and said on her experience in the competition.
I would say a big thank you to Agidigbo FM most especially. It's an honor to be here, and to the Shike Foundation for creating a kind of initiative for girls like me. I would say a very big thank you to the host, Miss Ellen Akpabio, and thank you to my school for choosing me as a representative. And I hope and I pray that more things like this is going to continue.
The overall winner of the oratory competition shared her experience with Agidigbo 88.7 FM, describing the competition as a great learning experience and expressing her joy over emerging as the winner.
So on getting here, I feel like time changed because initially I was practicing for 5 minutes. Then yesterday I was told that time was 4 minutes. So I had to reduce some of my lines to 4 minutes. And on getting here, I heard that it was 3 minutes. I was trying to repackage everything so as not to run out of time. And to UMCC, thanks for believing in me.
The youngest contestant, Anastasia, shared with Agidigbo 88.7 FM how she prepared for the competition and what inspired her to participate.
I humbly extend my warmest appreciation to the Agidigbo FM and to the Shike's Educational Initiative for giving her this opportunity to young girls who has hidden talent but don't know how to show it. And I also thank God for this opportunity because I never thought I'm going to compete with my seniors and I'm going to come out best. When I prepared for 5 minutes 20 seconds because the first time we came they told us 5 minutes and I got here and they said 3 minutes. I was very, very annoyed because in the school we were told 5 minutes. I prepared for it. I took my daddy book and I was writing from it. I even tore it mistakenly and I did not still finish what I was saying.
The project director of Shike's Educational Initiative expressed her heartfelt appreciation to the chairman of Agidigbo 88.7 FM, Alhaji Oriyomi Hamzat, and the members of staff who freely supported the smooth running of the event.
I'm really grateful to all those who have supported us, especially to the chairman and CEO of Agidigbo FM. We are really grateful. The surprises, they've been coming and coming and coming. We can't thank you enough. It shows your passion for education, and I hope we work together in future.
The event ended with the presentation of cash prize, gift, and other rewards to the winners in recognition of their outstanding performance. The competition celebrated excellence in public speaking while promoting civic responsibility in society. Rodiat Hamzat, Agidigbo FM News.
The Oyo State Police Command has recorded another significant breakthrough in its sustained effort to combat violent crime with the arrest of a suspected armed robber, Shafiu Nuhu, and the recovery of a stolen motorcycle in Ibadan. According to a statement signed by the police public relations officer, DSP Ayonlade Olayinka, the incident occurred on Wednesday, July 16, 2026, when a commercial motorcyclist was attacked and dispossessed of his motorcycle by a passenger who struck him with an iron hammer along Adeniji Estate, Akpata, Ibadan. The State Commissioner of Police, CP Abimbola Ayodeji Olugbenga, has commended the public for their vigilance and cooperation, which led to the successful operation, and further urges residents to remain security conscious and report suspicious activities to authorities. Now it is time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
News from Hulamza Studio, Agidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Olushola Damilola. More than 100 homes have been destroyed in a major fire in southern Norway, forcing the evacuation of hundreds of people. According to officials, the blaze continued to burn through a large residential area in Kostadelva, around 30 miles west of Oslo, and it has spread to a nearby forest. Around 80 firefighters, civil defense crews, and 6 firefighting helicopters are battling to douse the flames. It is not immediately known where or how the fire started. However, there are no reports of missing persons, while municipality has established evacuation and support centers for those displaced. Weather conditions remain a key concern, and Norway authorities has confirmed it will take several efforts before the blaze could be brought under control. 8 people were killed and more than 60 others wounded in Russia by Ukrainian drone attacks. Kyiv's forces continued their area campaign against energy infrastructure and military base inside Russia, aiming to undermine Moscow war efforts. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said in a Telegram post earlier today that Ukrainian long-range strikes hit 2 significant logistical facilities in Moscow and Tambov regions. Meanwhile, Russia's Defense Ministry has announced that its air defenses intercepted 379 Ukrainian drones over 19 Russian regions. And that ends the news. From Plenamza Studio, Gidigbo FM, United Kingdom, I am Olushola Damilola.
Welcome back. We shall also be moving to our Maryland studio, United States, for more foreign news.
News from Kule Amzat Studio, Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya. President Donald Trump blamed Canada for widespread smoke spreading across the United States and said it would add the incalculable cost of dealing with the pollution to existing tariffs on Canadian goods. Heavy smoke from hundreds of Canadian fires enveloped the swath of the United States from the Midwest to the Northeast on Thursday and Friday, prompting warnings to residents to stay indoors. Trump, who has a combative relationship with Prime Minister Mark Carney, said he would be calling the Canadian leaders to find out what he planned to do about the totally unacceptable situation. Canada's Minister of Emergency Management and Community Resilience, Eleanor Olewiski, said the government has invested about 12 billion Canadian dollars in forest sustainability and fire prevention since 2020 as the country faces increasingly drier, warmer weather, citing a long history of US-Canadian partnership in fighting wildfires on both sides of their border. She said in a statement that Canada's first priority is protecting Canadians and keeping community safe. Kenya's Ministry of Information, Communications and the Digital Economy said on Saturday it was investigating a cybersecurity incident that affected the official website of the president, adding that there was no evidence so far of unauthorized access to sensitive data or loss of information. The ministry said the incident was detected by the government's ICT authority, which immediately activated cybersecurity response protocols and temporarily restricted access to presidential website to contain the issue and allow forensic investigations. The ministry said appropriate mitigation measures have since been implemented and restoration of the website is underway. Government systems and digital services remain secure and operational, according to the Cabinet Secretary for the ministry, William Kabugo Gitaus. In a statement, the ICT authority was working with relevant government agencies and technical partners to conduct a forensic investigation and determine the circumstances surrounding the incident, according to the statement. And that ends the news from Kule Amzat Studio, Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya.
Welcome back once again. In the exciting world of sport, the Super Falcons International Friendly against Ghana's Black Queen, scheduled for today in Casablanca, Morocco, has been cancelled. The Nigerian women's national team confirmed the development in a statement posted on the official X account, saying the match was called off due to unforeseen circumstances. However, no further details were provided regarding the circumstances that led to the decision, while it remains unclear whether the fixture will be rescheduled. The fixture was expected to serve as part of both teams' preparations for the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations (WAFCON), which kicks off in Morocco on Sunday, July 26, and therefore Both teams expected to continue their final preparations in Morocco ahead of their opening WAFCON matches. To wrap up the news this evening, here is a recap of the headlines. NCDMB begin 12-month all-gas training for 300 Nigerians. Oyo Police Command arrests suspected armed robber, recovers stolen motorcycle. Wildfire destroys more than 100 homes in Norway. Trump fumes over Canadian wildfire smoke, issues tariff threat. Super Falcons friendly against Ghana called off. And before we go this evening, here is a quick tip. Learn as if you were to live forever. Live like you were to die tomorrow. Finally, we've come to the end of news around the world on Agitibo 88.7 FM Ibadan, the most listened to radio station. I am Olajumoke Oladunjoye. Thank you for listening. Good evening. News is information, and information is power. At Agidigbo 88.7 FM, we bring the news from top to bottom.
The Oyo State Independent Electoral Commission (OISEC) has called for continuous collaboration.
We bring you reports from Oyo State.
The Oyo State House of Assembly has called for thorough investigation.
Southwest Nigeria and the rest of the world.
Has clarified that the body did not receive any cash support from international development.
Trust us to keep you informed every hour, every day.